Okay. We've got a viewer. Just wait and see if the chat comes up. Just put in the chat if you, well, just put something in the chat so I can see whether or not it pops up. Kind of hoping it does. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we don't have chat for this. Let's. I don't know what Facebook's done to this thing. Oh, so bad. Okay. We've got people asking to come in. Possibly. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how to get the chat up. Oh, there we go. Right. Got it. Hello, Adele. Hello, Kaylee. Hello, Mousy. Who else we got? Heiko. Do you know what? I had some mustard menace earlier on hamburger. Well, we British call a hamburger what you would call a burger. Yeah. Very good. Luciano there. Right, we've got a few people here. Okay. Mr. Farina as well. Okay. Let's talk about copyright, shall we? Okay. Now, a few people have been caught out recently with the bots. Yeah, it's not good. There is a place below hell. Okay, so think of it like this. Okay, you've got like the hellions and the demons. Okay, then you've got the tortured souls. Yeah. Okay, below that you've got lawyers. Below that you've got estate agents, and below that you've got music executives. Okay, they are the lowest of the low. They have absolutely no care at all in how they gain revenue. All right. So with that in mind, you have to be a bit careful. Okay. Let's talk about what copyright is. Copyright is the legal protection against somebody else using your creation. Okay, so if you create something that is tangible, so it could be a piece of music. In fact, most of the time it probably is that we're talking about today. So piece of music could be writing. So somebody could write a book. You could have somebody design a new valve, somebody design a new engine, something like that. But it would be a piece of tangible work that is attributable to that individual. This is where it gets interesting. Copyright, you can give other people permission to do things with. So you can employ an agent, okay? Or as a lot of these music companies do, they actually employ third-party companies to protect their copyright. They're not protecting it, they just want your money, okay? This used to be a massive problem on YouTube. People aren't educated about copyright, and you need to be if you're going to produce content. It's now got to the point where because of lockdown and the number of people that have been doing like live music streams and things like that, Facebook has had to take action as well. Now, under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, the DMCA, okay, Facebook and YouTube are what they call safe harbors. Now, to maintain their safe harbor status, which gives them basically anonymity in the eyes of the law. Okay, so if you post something up that is copyright infringing, as long as they've done something to protect the copyright, then they're in compliance with their safe harbour requirements. And they protect this quite fiercely, and for good reason as well, because if you ever see what music companies will take you to court for, yeah, we're not talking tens of dollars, we're talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. All right, they'll claim that every man and his god watched your stream, and therefore they're entitled to all this revenue. They are not nice people. Okay, you need to avoid them. So, how do you do this? Okay, first off, okay, contrary to popular belief, writing "I do not own the copyright to this music" underneath your video does not make you compliant. No, basically what you're saying there is, yes, I know I'm stealing it. No, I don't own it, but I'm going to use it anyway. So if you then get slapped with a copyright notice, and you then go, why has this happened? Just look at what you did, okay? You basically said, yeah, I know, I'm not allowed to use it, but I'm using it anyway. Don't do that. No, that's not a good idea. Having the television on in the background, don't do that. Bad idea, okay? Same with the radio. It's playing copyrighted material. That could be a program, that could be an advert, that could be a piece of music. Just make sure it's not on, okay? There are a couple of tiny exceptions to this. If you're outside and a car drives past and it's got his windows down and it's got the music up and it's on there for a few seconds, out of your control, yeah, you can appeal that, okay? Wasn't intentional. They'll probably side with you and just say, yeah, it was just accidental. But if you've actually got something on in the background, yeah, that's not accidental. That's you kind of not doing what you should be doing, which is making sure it isn't on. So they will slap you with a copyright notice. Okay. What happens with YouTube when you get more than one? Okay, you get one, they give you a little slap on the wrist and they say, you're very naughty. You must now go and do this copyright course. Okay, and until you do that copyright course, they won't let you access the what I would call partner options on YouTube. So your videos can only be up to 15 minutes. You can't schedule them. It takes away a lot of the options. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, you get two, and they get really shirty about it. You get three, they shut your channel down. Now, let's say, for example, you worked for 2 years, okay? You managed to get a few hundred, maybe 500, maybe even 1,000 subscribers, yeah? And because you're not careful, they just close your channel. You can't appeal it, okay? They're doing what they need to do under the DMCA. So, it's pretty iffy business, okay? And this isn't even getting into the legal side of it. This is just YouTube protecting their arse. Same with Facebook. You're going to find that your accounts will be not disabled, but you won't be able to post certain material. If you've got a business site and it does it, they could just remove the link and make it impossible to link it. It's really quite a dodgy situation to find yourself in, and it's so easy to avoid. The reason most people are getting caught at the moment is the wonderful world of algorithms. Okay, YouTube and Facebook. Okay, I forget what the precise figure is. I think it's something like 160 hours of video every minute are uploaded onto YouTube. there ain't enough eyes in the world to sit there and go through that lot. So it's not going to get reviewed by a human being, okay, in the first instance. What happens is music companies upload, okay, into the cloud. There is no cloud, it's just somebody else's PC. I hate to break it to you. They upload into the cloud all their material, okay, all these third-party copyright protection scam artists do anyway. They put it all up there, and what YouTube does is, once you've uploaded it, it compares what's in your video against all of these different files, and if they match, you're screwed. Okay. Facebook are now doing the same thing. They've got some artificial intelligence built into these algorithms. I know Bob Knert mentioned the other day he was having issues with putting advertising up, and it kept getting flagged by the bots. You know, I mean, it's the Chilli Shop, okay, thechillishop.eu. Yeah, he doesn't put dodgy adult material up. He doesn't put anything untoward up. He puts pictures of chili sauce up, okay. Chili sauce, apparently, according to Facebook at the moment, could be alcohol. Thank you, Australia, for all your chili shots. That's probably what started that off. So the artificial learning there has gone, oh yeah, chili, devil's nectar. We have to be careful of that. So yeah, that goes against Facebook's terms and conditions, so it will take it down. Adult material, for obvious reasons, yeah, if it thinks it's adult material. Do you know what that was? That was probably some people putting up pictures of Peter Peppers, or the, you know, the little Willy Peppers. That was probably people putting them up, and now the bot goes, oh my god, it's a pork sword, we can't have that. Oh no, take it down. So they're not as clever as Mr. Zuckerberg might like them to be. And they will take a little while to actually get over that hump. Okay. But do appeal it if it comes through and it is, you know, it's a genuine thing. Just keep appealing it, because every time you appeal it, the artificial learning that these algorithms do picks up a little bit more. Okay, and it learns a little bit more, and it will be less likely to make that mistake in future. So it is worth appealing it if it comes through. I don't know what else to do, really. If you've got any questions, now would be a good time. We've got some intrigue. We've got the Atomic Menace there as well. Yeah, I expect you know all about this, Dustin. You know, it's scary. It really is scary how easy it is to get trapped. There are copyright-free music sites available. Incompetech.com, that's well worth a look. I'm trying to think of there is a paid one, which is quite popular with YouTubers. Yeah, that one you can find them if you Google them. You can get, they call it copyright free, but it isn't. It's copyright, oh god, what do they call it? CC, creative contribution, or creative, creative contribution license. So they can give you permission. It is paid, yeah. Epidemic Sound, that's the one, mate. Yeah. Creative Commons, that's the one. You can get a permissive license from the creator, okay, who is deliberately putting their stuff out there for other people to use without paying a fee. But you normally have to do an attribution. So you would have to put in the description of your video music from this website by this creator. Kevin MacLeod is a good one from Incompetech, like I say. It's not your latest greatest hits, but if all you're after is a little bit of background music, that can work quite well. It isn't something you can have playing live generally. you would need a bit of editing software or something to insert it in, but it's okay. You know, if you're live streaming, you could put a 2 or 3 hour mix together of different Creative Commons music. There is actually stuff on YouTube as well that you can use. If you go into your, I don't know what they call it now, and it's my channel, and then Create a Studio, I think they call it now. If you scroll down, you will find media files in there, music files. There are some good ones, you know, there are some really bad ones, but you can have a look through there. You're free to use them. Some you don't need to attribute, some you do, but it indicates that next to the actual title. You can preview them before you download them, so they're useful. But yeah, just make sure you've turned off the radio, the TV, okay? If you can, if you live near a road, shut the window just in case somebody goes past with the stereo up really loud. You don't want the hassle. Obviously, you know, don't deliberately try and copy somebody's copyright, because that will get you into all sorts of trouble as well. Cover versions, for example, yeah, you might think, well, no, it's an individual work, it's done by me, it's original, it's creative. No, the lyrics that you're singing are copyrighted by the person who wrote them. So be careful with stuff like that as well. Okay, trademark is a whole different issue. Don't get too confused. So, you know, if you're sitting there on camera with a McDonald's drink, drinking a McDonald's drink, that's fine. Okay, the clown's not going to get upset if he sees the golden arches. What he will get upset about is if you try and open a restaurant with a big golden arch over the top. Okay, yeah, trademark infringement, copyright infringement, that's there. Showing it on camera and just, here's a can of Coca-Cola, yeah, that's fine. Okay, just be careful when it comes to copyright stuff, because it's very easy to fall into it. It's very hard to get out of it, and if you do it too many times, all that hard work, especially if you've got a YouTube channel, it's gone. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. From Heiko, Bittersweet Symphony. Rights to be given back to the Stones by Richard Ashcroft. Yeah. It's a nightmare, you know, and we won't even get into like the 75-year rule and stuff like that, because it's mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. It's just best avoided. So I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it informative. If you've got any questions, just ping me a message. I'm quite happy to answer them. I'm not a lawyer. I don't pretend to be a lawyer, but I've been on YouTube for 8 years now. Never had a strike. Been really careful and kept myself very current with the latest rules on stuff. Leonard French is a good YouTube channel to watch. If you want to know about copyright law, he goes into it he is a lawyer, he's a copyright lawyer. He goes into it in a lot of detail. DMCA counts wherever you are in the world, because YouTube is based in San Francisco. No, not San Francisco. Is it San Francisco? Yeah, it is San Francisco. So they're based in the States, so they operate under American law. They don't care where you live. You could live on the Isle of Sheppey in Kent. You would still sign up to obey American law. A lot of the music companies are in America as well, and the world is now global. Their reach is global as well. So, yeah, it's not worth the hassle. So, yeah, like I say, any questions, give me a shout. Have a good evening all. Take care.